Well, we're live. Here I am in the kitchen, right here in beautiful Southwest Florida, where this morning the weather was tropical. Went for a ride. Had to work on my bike. I finally got it to where it was charging. And I had to change the chain on it. I went for a ride yesterday, and it's got a dry chain, which is small, and I don't generally pedal if I can help it because it hurts really bad. It doesn't hurt just then; it hurts hours and days later, and so I try not to pedal at all. But anyway, so for riding, my chain was grinding. So last night I said about 10 o'clock, I said, "Well, I'm going to change that chain." At 2 o'clock I got done, which it shouldn't take me that long, but it was Saturday night, and I was kind of taking my time, and but anyway, I got that chain, I got that chain changed, and I my back tire was low, which I'm not running the same tires I normally run. I normally run a lot bigger tire, and I can really feel when when it's down. But these I wasn't sure, and so I pumped tire up. 10 pounds is quite a bit. I run 40 pounds in the front and rear, and there's a reason for that. It's kind of a shock absorber effect. I don't want to run maximum pressure like I used to on my 10 speeds where I wanted to fly down the road. This gives a little bit of a cushion, I think, instead of maxing out, at like 50 or something, where you hit a bump and the G forces just pop that tire. It's happened. So so it's like 2:30 in the morning. I said, man, I'm gonna go for a ride, and it was like a Lamborghini, man. It was so smooth, gliding down the road, and the weather was tropical, and tropical means it's humid, but it's breezy, and so any sweat you get evaporates fairly, even if you're still or anything. But I mean, it's still humid, but it's real, like kind of windy. I feel it, sometimes when they say tropical weather, you can feel it. You say, yeah, this is tropical weather, where it's a warm breeze, and it was like 2, 3 in the morning when I was riding around. I just had a blast. So I got back home and I went to put my bike on charge, and I've been having trouble with the charging. I don't know why. I had to buy a new charger, and the charger is a Duracell, and it's not bad, I guess, but it's too smart for its own good. I used to buy these others that had higher amperage, which means faster charge rate, but they were kind of stupid. You plug them in, they're going to work. This one's got to think for a minute sometimes. Is that the right battery? And so I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. And plus, sometimes I have some bad connections, so I've been working on it. We're going to go out there in a minute. I'm going to try to get it charging because, my gosh, it rides so smooth now, so beautiful. It's like just it accelerates smooth. There's no grinding, and I haven't had the bike in this good a condition since we moved into this house. And plus, I'll show you some things. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. That there's the things that I see and hear, and the people, and and the fact that well, they just stopped. Because they know. They block me sometimes when I try to go live on YouTube. They actually block me because they have access to. Well, they know they got my phone. They track me everywhere. Now I know my phone's a tracking unit, but I don't know if my bike has any tracking on it. I haven't I haven't really tested it. Usually, like last night and today when I went riding, I don't really care as long as I'm not being harassed. It's the harassment that bothers me. It's like I haven't had. We got here in like September or something, and I haven't had like 2 or 3 days in a row where I could just feel comfortable, lay in bed, and relax. And and the gas is the bad thing. Like right now, there's a vibration going on. That vibration is the pumping or manufacture of gas into this house, and it's like right now, there's a spine grit all on my keyboard, and it's all over me. It's in my hair. It's on my gets It's on the back of the neck really bothers me. If I'm barefoot from the stuff that they spray, some of it's um, I wouldn't say I don't know for a fact what it is, but it burns my feet to where sometimes I have to go if I'm barefoot. I have to go and wash my feet off in the tub. And this is getting old. I've been here 6 months. This year I turned 58. I'm not some kid. This is bullshit. And there's a lot of people involved in this that are just absolutely doing it for their own self. I don't know what you would call it. Um, they think they're fucking funny. They think they're smart. Yeah, they're smarter than me in computers. They really are because I never had a computer until a couple of years ago, and I never had formal training on it. And I get in trouble on a computer, as in like I get lost somewhere, and I'd have to stop and I'd have to ask somebody, "Hey, can you help me so I don't?" Well, my mom had a computer once, twice. I went on her computer years ago, back when MP3s were big, because I was really into them. And I was trying to download music, and I think I ran up some charges, not a whole bunch, but some, And I was like, man, I don't want to be, costing money, or you know what I mean. And I'm kind of learning my way around a computer now, but that's because every once in a while I get some help. These people that know that I wasn't on a computer, they can do all kinds of stuff since they know I'm computer illiterate. I don't use any um, um, social networking. Is that correct? My back itches. like I don't use Facebook. Never have. I kind of don't want to because everybody I've ever known, they're kind of like, oh, I got a like on it, and then I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of cool, a pat on the back for something. But out of all the millions of people in the world, somebody's going to like something. You know what I mean? No matter how outrageous, and somebody's going to dislike it too. And I also see people get disheartened when they get the dislikes and stuff. And I'm like, man, I can get that from my friends. I don't need to get that from random people off the internet who might be living in some weird place like Iowa or something. No, I'm kidding about Iowa. I always said that because I had a good friend from Iowa years and years ago, and he was every bit as American and rock and roll as we all are, and that's why I'm glad I was in the U.S. Army because I knew in my unit we had people that were from New York City, Detroit because of um, the the layoffs at the major manufacturers back in the late '70s, and I was in the early '80s. There was a lot of guys from Detroit, and they would re-enlist. I said, "Why are you re-enlisting?" I thought everybody talks crap, and they said because if I go home, there's nothing there. There's no jobs. I was like, wow, and I didn't realize that. And I mean, it kind of hit me, why some of these guys soldier on, and not all, some of them love it. I loved it, but I wanted to come back to Florida, and well, I don't know. What, shoot, I wasn't supposed to be old like this. But anyway, so this house has all kinds of neat stuff, and it's got me thinking. Personally, I don't. I'm not saying I don't believe in them. I just don't. Um, the evidence is kind of adding up for them, but I'm still not sure. I'm still not. I'd have to have a little bit more because I think it could be just. The technology, from what I've seen, is just regular human technology. They say, oh, alien, all that Eric von Daniken stuff. I was a kid when that stuff came out back in the '70s. Oh, I ate that stuff up. Spaceships of the gods. Talk about the pyramids and everything. And oh, humans couldn't have done it. Well, over the years they proved that humans can do a lot of things, a lot of things. And so when I see things that I think are kind of weird because I haven't experienced them. You know what I mean? I kind of tend to say, okay, let's not freak out and think it's ooh aliens or something weird. It's probably some, how would you say, kept from the public type of stuff. You know what I mean? My unit in the army, we were regular. We were just a regular cav unit, and tanks and scouts, and we had night vision gear, but it was everything that everybody knew about, even at the time. We didn't have anything like I would call super top secret, at least not in my line. I was on the line, and which means we were the soldiers, and so we didn't have anything really weird, that would be like, oh, you can't, you know, like in World War II, they had the proximity fuses which were basically a radio tube type of thing that they would put in a shell, and it would blow up, and above the ground to blow troops away, and they used it a lot in Germany, I think, and that was really top secret. They didn't want the Germans to get that, and so they really, but it was towards the end of the year, or end of the war too, but that was kind of a top secret thing. There was all kinds of stuff that you kind of take for granted that were, but like the night vision gear that you buy in the store, that's first generation crap. You can buy the more expensive stuff, but the stuff like I use, you can't buy the, even here it is. I got out of the army almost 40 years ago, and you don't see any of the stuff I had on the market. They don't want normal people to have it, like the AMPPS5 goggles, which we used, which, oh, they work good, but we had good night vision too, especially on foot, in the snow, especially, and when you come out, sometimes you come out of a tree line or something, you'd have one guy or two guys take and put the goggles on to scan the area, and then they're blind. They lost their night vision, and they would check, make sure everything was clear or whatever, and then you go on using your own your night vision. My night vision is still very good. My my vision is good. It's not good close up, but I've got good vision, and so that's how I see a lot of things. Also got good ears, and that doesn't come from the army. That comes from well, when I first started, I call it getting sick, got injured. I don't know, and it was hurting real bad. It hurts right now too, but I mean it does hurt. And try not to bitch too much. But sometimes it's real bad. Like if I walk too much, if for some reason somebody is forcing me for any reason to walk, and I don't mean forcing, like you must walk, like hey, come here and look at this. Hey, do this. Can you climb up here? Can you do this? 10 minutes of that, I'm in very much pain, and if I keep going, I start cussing because the pain hurts that bad, and sometimes it hurts every step. And so when it first started really hurting me real bad, and I couldn't work, and my friends were assholes about it. Oh, you just want to sit around and drink. You just want to go fishing. You want to fuck off. I'm like, hell no, man. What am I going to do without money? I mean, right now, when I'm broke, I'm fucking broke. I mean, I can't. It used to be I could go out and mow a yard. I see a lawnmower on the side of the road. I could get that lawnmower, tow it home behind my bike, and get my tools out and get it running and sell it. And I wouldn't sell it expensive. I wouldn't like that. I'd sell it cheap. You know. But I make sure that it started the first or second time every time, so that the people, and I would tell the people, if you have problems with it, you bring it back. And just because you don't want, I didn't want to stick it to people. And some of these people were, yard sales. Some of the people were like, from up north, and you don't want to, you know, create a bad name for uh, Florida, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, so I would tell them, hey, if you have any problems, you can bring it back. And so that was back when I could work and make money. Even now, twisting a wrench as it makes my arms hurt. This stuff spread through my body. I was, I'm still scared, and I try not to. But at first, when I would go and sit in the woods. I would take a lunch with me. I would I didn't have a phone. I think I had a radio. Yeah, I had a radio back then. I didn't even have a smartphone. I didn't even have a phone for a long time when I was broke. And I'd sit out there and sometimes I'd read books. Sometimes I would go fishing. I'd sit and I'd be real quiet. And we were far enough away from the interstate and the highways to where I didn't realize that my ears got better. I'm talking for like years. I went out there and nobody knew it was back there except a few people, and the people that did were nice. And then then I started going out there. I used to go out there in the middle of the night, and I'd wake up sometimes around midnight at night. I'd go especially if I was fishing. If I went fishing during the day and I was out there, and especially once I got my electric bike. Once my legs started getting real bad, I had to get an electric bike, and I just had to. I couldn't pedal anymore. Right now, if I was to get, my mom has a real nice, very lightweight bike that is very easy to pedal, and I can go maybe about a quarter of a mile, and then the pain hits, and I can push myself, but I'm going to pay for that for days and days and days, and it happens every time. It's an exact thing. Like right now, I'm hurting pretty bad, and the reason is because yesterday I went for a ride, and the chain was bad. I ran into a friend of mine, and hung out with him and a couple of his friends. And when I was coming home, I had to pedal assist the bike, which is still pedaling. Any movement hurts, and so I'm hurting right now. And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I did, and the only thing I can do is enforced inactivity. Like sometimes I need to sit on my ass for a couple of days, and I'll feel better. It doesn't mean I can walk further. It just means it lets, I don't know if it's heal up or what, But anyway, so we're stuck in this freaking house. I don't like it. I never did. These people are. I think they're trying to murder us. They're doing something. I know that because I'm alive right now, they're not fucking with me. I could sit here and tell you their names. I could tell you some of their names. I can tell you all kinds of shit about them. And then there's a couple of them I don't know who they are, what they represent, or anything. And I have told them, I don't like this house. I've got no, I don't give a fuck about it. They caused me to lose everything. The last over 6 months, I've been basically tortured. I haven't been allowed to fucking rest. Every time I fucking try to lay down, shit's happening. I'm being gassed. The first time I saw that, I was fucking appalled. That was back in October. Was the first time I saw it. I'd wake up and I'd be like, I don't feel so good. This bed ain't me. hmm And then I saw them actually doing it. And that's when I started going, oh my fucking God. And that's when I started trying to find out more. And I did find out more. I found out a whole lot. I haven't found out everything. I found out enough to know that, these people, everybody in this neighborhood has been told something about me that's not true because I'm not that evil. As a matter of fact, I think these people are. That's that's my take on them. And they've had. I heard one guy at one point in time saying, this. I think he was talking about me. So I don't think this guy's really. And somebody started screaming at him for like 10 minutes. And I was like, ooh. And guess what? I don't know if he got in line, got fired, got reassigned, or what. But the guys right now, they're all kissing each other's butts, right? Like get the hell out of here. Um, the chemicals are spraying on me now. Man, My throat hurts. It's hard to breathe. Sometimes I cough and I can't cough upright. They're fucking with my heart. I'm 58, you know. My mom's had to go to the fucking emergency room. I've had to drive her personally like 3 times. She's done more than that. And it's because of this fucking house. I don't care what the fuck they say. People say I'm crazy. You can bring your asses over here and I'll give you a tour through crazy. What I do is crazy. Fuck yeah, man. I don't know how to talk to these fuckers. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I know they're torturing me. I know I can't sleep in this motherfucking house without fear of fucking waking up being covered with chemicals, having a hard time breathing, thinking I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm serious. I don't even want to sleep. when Bess here, my technical assistant, that's when I'll tell her, hey, I'm going to go to sleep. If you leave, please fucking wake me up. Don't just text me and walk out and leave me here for the vultures. And then I'm outside in the front yard. Now this is elsewhere also. But like on my birthday was the worst birthday I've ever had, and a lot of it was because of what they were doing. I wanted to relax and couldn't do it. We had to go get a motel room, and the motel room sucked and was expensive. So you know, um, there was so much fucking gas in this house. They've got these walls and everything's colored a mustard color because that's what color the gas is. And there was so much gas and there was particles raining all over the place, man. I mean, they're spraying them out the vents, they're spraying them out holes in the ceiling, they're spraying them out holes that I've knocked in the ceiling, which is fucked up, and I try to tape them up. But also, I'll be sitting. I noticed it in the garage, because I hang out in the garage a lot. I noticed it, I guess, a couple months back. I heard like sound like a drill on low. Whee! Like what the fuck? I'm looking around. They're drilling little bitty holes so they can pipe these little bitty pipes through there and spray these small particles on me. Particles used to be dark colored and then they went kind of light and now they're almost it's almost like a mist, but it gets on my skin like right now. It's like a fine grit. Sometimes my skin burns. What they're doing can't be good for me. I don't know if it's somebody having an exercise working for some big corporation or cartel or whatever. I don't know if it's the insurance people. I know that after the fire, which at the time I thought I did, and now I don't think I did, but it'll never be. I don't think it'll ever be proven in court that anybody else did it. But I'm just saying, I think somebody else burned my mom's house down on purpose, and I took the blame for it. And every person from the Red Cross included, Red Cross were the first people. They treated me personally like shit. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it's because my mom owns the house and everything. They just don't care. But it was everybody, fucking cops. When we went to a motel room, they put us the furthest room where I had to walk the furthest. And I was in that hot ass house every day, sweating out. And by sweating out, I mean sweating out to where I'm, I was dehydrated bad every freaking day. And for a couple of months, and it just burnt me out, and I was hurting. And when we finally got this house, I thought, oh, thank God, maybe I can rest. And I'd be laying in the bedroom, and Mom would go out, and I'd hear her door shut, and I'd think, oh, good, Mom's home. And I'd get up and I'd look, and her car wouldn't be here. And it's been going on like that the whole time. Even this morning, I'm sitting there and I'll hear a door shut. But I know some of the secrets, like how they have access and where they go, certain ins and outs. They got a lot that I don't know. Um, how they move the um, pipes and spray the crap outside is another thing, because I like to work on my bike, and every time I work on my bike, I'm getting sprayed with crap. I've got to get a shirt and cover my head up. It gets in my ears. It gets in my nose after breathing. Right now, the particles are so fine it builds up in my nose like a crust. Um, and I believe what it is cumulative. And at some point, it's going to be just they're going to flood me, and then it's going to be a tipping point where I'm going to have a heart attack and die. And everybody's going to say, "Oh, he was just a burned out old freako, drunken druggie or some shit." And everybody's going to walk away and say, "Yeah, you're right." But there are a few people that know some of the truth, that know I'm not crazy like they think. I'm crazy, like pissed off. And God damn it, if somebody was doing this to you, you'd be pissed off too. You can't fucking lie to me. But the people that did it to you did it for some stupid reason because um, maybe they think they're better than you. I don't know what these people think, but it ain't right. I'm not gonna take it. And they laugh. No, we're gonna kill you and all this shit. And you think, I'm not scared of destroying this house. I know how to do it. I'm a carpenter. I can take some structural members out. I know where they're at. I know where the bearing points are. There's um there's some kind of weird stuff with the slab. Oh, that's really nice, especially in the garage. There's the garage. All the stuff that was poured, like you got the inside, the original, but you've also got the outside. But I mean, like some of the stuff is gas, I know, and some of the stuff was some of the first crap they used, which was kind of hallucinogenic, I guess. I don't know, but I guess hallucinogenic. Where I'd be like, whoa, I'm high. And they'd be pulling some funky crap that I'd be like, man, I am so high. But and part of that's a good army training that we had because we I think they figured we were going to get captured by the Russians, and the Russians were going to kind of rough us up pretty good, because of what we did, and we were outnumbered so bad. I think they figured that we were going to be goners, and so we might as well resist. And they taught us to resist, and they taught us that even if you're bleeding in a fight, which we got in a lot of fights over there, I think on purpose, as a matter of fact, um, we could still function. We could still look at somebody in the eye and say "fuck you" and mean it, and no matter what they did, beat you to death or whatever, you'd still be saying "fuck you." I think that's a good army training coming out of me when I start getting like that. And that negative reinforcement shit does not work. And I'm an adult. I want to be treated like one. I've asked them back before I knew who it was, and I still don't know who it is exactly. I know that some of them they have affiliations with the local sheriffs, but I don't know what kind of. I mean, some of these people have some very advanced um, technology. I mean, um, one of the first times when my mom was in the hospital, I think I was out of cigarettes or something. My bike was fucked up. I had no way to get it fixed. I had no way to go anywhere. I was fucking stranded. And I said, God damn it. Oh, I know what it was. It was when I call it the kegger, the kangaroo place, the old kegger. When the kegger first opened up, and I think I had enough money for like some cheap pack of cigars or something there. And I knew the girl. Oh, and I needed to use a phone. I couldn't get a hold of mom. And I'm breaking out. And because my phone had been turned off. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it was. And I knew that one of the girls up there. The girls were working, and I knew one of them would let me use her cell phone just to call my mom at the hospital to find out where she was and was she all right. So I got her bike, which actually rides pretty good, and I figured, well, it's not that far, and her tires were almost flat. So I'm having to pedal this bike, and even though it pedals real nice, I'm going real slow. And so I'm going down the road, and these people are fucking following me. I'm like, where do these people come from? I mean, it was like a zombie apocalypse or something. It's kind of the way I felt. Like, where do these people come from? So I went around the corner and I didn't see anybody on foot or on bike or in a car. It was dark. I think in October, November, probably the beginning of November, and I bailed into the woods, which was so thick with vines and shit that I had to kind of crash in. And I got the bike and laid on the ground, just laid real still. You know, I wasn't there maybe 10 seconds when I was laid out kind of flat. I don't think I was easy to see. Here comes some guy, and he's got looks like a normal guy. I mean, nothing extraordinary. And I can see he's like right around right over here, and I'm like, whoa! And he shines like a blue green laser, and pinpoints me with a blue green laser or a green laser. And I'm thinking, man, who in the hell's got that kind of? I mean, real. I couldn't even see it. I'm trying to watch and see what he did. And I'm having trouble getting out of there, and he kind of helped me out a little bit. I said, I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I'm like, damn. And then when I got my bike running, this is when kind of when I first started realizing I was being followed everywhere. I'm like, these people are following me. What the fuck's going on? And being the scout that I am, I started running them, especially up and down veterans, because I had never rode up and down veterans. And here it is. I'm just like, hey, this is nice. And there's woods, and I'd bail into the woods on random. I'd be going down the road, I wouldn't see anybody. Boom. And I'd bail into the woods, and it would either the next thing you know, I'd hear people walking through the woods behind me. I'm like, how in the fuck did they get there so fast? Or a drone, and I would be like, what in the hell? So they had pretty good technology, and they found me like real quick. And there was a couple times when they actually, I'm having a hard time getting out because my legs are kind of fucked up bad. I have a hard time standing up, and the act of standing up and actually standing up for any period of time. But so here these guys are helping me get out, and so I'm not being mad at them. I'm like, well, if they're not gonna attack me, maybe they're all right. But there was a dichotomy there. These guys, I know they were, following me. I knew they wanted to locate me everywhere. But when I get back here to the house, it would be like I'd be getting ready to go to bed, and it would be like a horror story would break out. I'm getting gassed. And this is before the particles. They were just using some different kinds of gas, and then they started using particles and stuff. Then they started using this shit that was really bad. And the stuff they're using now is, I don't know. I think it was good for me. They would tell me, but I thought this kind of crap went on in Nazi Germany, and you know, they didn't do it in the houses. This is kind of weird to me. I don't have any idea. Somebody gave me some hypotheses, whatever about them. Me, I just don't know. And back then, when my mom, when my mom was in the hospital, the first time or two, I was like, man, I wanted to get out. I couldn't sleep in this house. Every time I go to sleep, I'm being fucked with. And so I'm trying to leave, and I don't have that many friends anymore. All my friends, kind of, I've been sick for like 10 years. What year was that? 2010. It's almost 10 years this year. God damn it. And I can't run. I can't walk. I can't. It's the pain. I hit a wall. It used to be. I've got a lot of broken bones. It used to be I could lay in bed for a couple of days, 4 or 5 days at the most. And even with broken bones, I'd heal up enough to go back to work, and maintain my muscles. I was always in good shape from praying, and so my muscles held my skeleton together. And now they don't. And now I've got a hernia on top of it. And sometimes it hurts so bad I can't even walk. Standing up is a real female dog. And I'm gonna clean up the living room here in a little while. So every time I talk to her and she doesn't hear me and I start yelling, they've told everybody that I'm abusing my mother. My mom goes, "No, you aren't." Well, that's not what the fucking people think, you know. I mean, this has been going on for a while. So I try not to yell, but sometimes I have to. Sometimes I get upset. I look like a dumbass and feel like one too. Um, my technical assistant, got snatched away. I knew she was. She had, go with, Easter, It was so funny. I went outside this morning when the sun was just coming up. I was like, man, it's hot out. It's real hot. And, I walked outside. It was even warm then. Sun was coming up. Well, it wasn't quite that hot then, but it was still kind of warm. I walked outside and there was first, I've seen squirrels around here. And at my old house, I fed them all the time. They would come up and hang out with me on, my shoulder and sit with me and stuff. And they'd fight with each other and they'd steal the peanuts from me. And I hadn't fed the squirrels here because I don't know. But I saw a rabbit this morning. It being Easter, and the first rabbit I ever saw, and it was right out front. I was like, damn. So I figured everybody killed you guys off already. But it is Easter, and I think everybody'd be mad, if they had, what little life I did have was snatched away and trashed and treated like crap, and the guys that did this have had enough time to, you know, convince their superiors or whatever, whoever the hell they are, that I'm a liar every time. Every time they start to believe anything good about me, they come up with new lies about me. Like when I go riding out at night, I'm going out to either do drugs or have some kind of weird, I don't know. It's just so fucked up, man. I've been doing it. I've been riding in the middle of the night for 10, 12 years at least. Never once have I done anything bad. I'll tell you what I do bad. I ain't got much teeth, so I can't go out to the bars and sing karaoke, don't want to sing around people. So, so I go riding out there in the middle of the night where there's nobody around and I can sing my karaoke. And nobody can see my teeth and hear my Sylvester pussycat singing, you know. Sometimes I just take beer out there. And that was it. That was the bad stuff I did out there. And now every time I go out there, you know, yeah, the bad stuff I did was ride around and sing karaoke. I'm living in this piece of crap house in this piece of crap neighborhood where if I was dying in the street, there wouldn't be one neighbor would come out and help me. So, I don't see any reason to give two fucks about this house. You know, they piss me off and I'll burn this bitch to the motherfucking ground too. Cocksuckers. The motherfuckers are killing me and my mom. I will motherfucking fuck them up. And I know who's fucking doing it. Some of them, I don't know them all. I'll fucking track them down. I will go out of my way to get wells so I can track their motherfucking asses down. I've been pissed like this in a long time. They keep pushing. I'll be like, hey man, quit fucking with me. Trying to work, trying to do something. I can't get shit done. I put holes in the ceiling and the walls. I'm beyond caring now. I can look around here. I used to be a cabinet. I was a cabinet. I laminated. I did hardware. I built, but only woodworking stuff. I've worked in different shops, but in kitchens, I did a lot of installations. I know how much an installation costs. I know. And when you install them, you also know how to fuck them up. I can look around this kitchen right here. I can tell you about how much money it would take if I just went through here and just destroyed them all real quick. And it wouldn't take me long. And I perhaps showed it to them. And, I can also fix them. I can do some pretty good damn work. That's no bullshit. But, you can't sell this house. I don't think they want to sell it. I think this is what I would call a setup house. Bring people in here to set them up for something, for death. I'm wondering how many other people have been killed before me in here. And everybody's all smart assy like around here. They always were. I go to buy cigarettes, the guy looks at me like I don't want to say anything bad like that, put a curse on anybody, but I don't shoplift ever, and I go in there and they're watching me. I'm always polite. I go, thank you, and then just I don't know. And then somebody's like, "Oh, he's like that to everybody." I'm like, "Yeah, right, bullshit." I've seen them. I've seen people go in there. I've been in there. I've been going in there 6 months, and I still get treated like shit. Fuck him. I don't mean just kind of like fuck him, meaning I guess you don't understand the whole fuck thing, huh? You know what fuck it means? I'll tell you what fuck it means. Fuck it means when you're in the fucking army and they say, in this fucking snow and rain and this nasty wet, and you're at the rifle range, you got to get down in that water and you got to shoot your fucking rifle. And you just say, all right, fuck it. Doesn't mean fuck it. It means fuck it, I'll do it. But you don't say fuck it, I'll do it. You say fuck it with that bad motherfucking attitude. You do it. I don't give a fuck. Same thing. I don't give a fuck. And you do it. And you get down that shit and you just do it. Or busting track out in the fucking field in mud and you fucking hate it and you're like, fuck this, god damn it. And you do it. That means you're not gonna do it. It means you're gonna do it. I got a fucking attitude. I haven't been getting the sleep I need. I'm old. I hurt. It's fucking torture. I am disabled, 100% disabled. And these fuckers are fucking with me every day. So what is that? They're fucking with the disabled. Who do these people think they are? And they think everybody thinks they're better than me. I pulled up last weekend. I rode into town. I had to. Oh god, that was a nightmare. Let me show you this. This just it makes me mad. It makes me mad because the things you plug in. I just get a regular. I ain't got nothing fancy or anything. And I'm kind of inexperienced with them. A lot of crap. But so right into town, and I buy a lightning cable for my phone. This goes to an Apple phone. It won't work on my phone. It costs $17. And when I tried to take it back, and I had the receipt and everything, and it was the same day, I'm like, I gotta take it back because number one, that was like towards the end of my money. I was trying to get everything I needed. And I walk in, and the lady turns around, she looks at me, and she goes, "We're not returning anything until next month." I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm never going to get my money back. I'm stuck with something I can't use. I don't know what to freaking do. I'll never, you know." And I couldn't argue with her. I was just so, sometimes I was already in a bad mood from this house, my bike, everything. Sometimes it all gets to you. And well, I don't know. So I'm sitting outside on my birthday, and I'm trying to go outside, in my mom's car in the driveway. There is stuff spraying out of the ground. It's like cascades and this crap. And I love when people say, "Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're just crazy. You're destroying the whole house." And your mom, yeah, mom thinks I'm crazy. Oh, fuck. well, she, I mean, I do. I mean, I really do. But motherfuckers are killing me. I'm gonna go a little crazy. All right, sorry, it's me. But I got these people saying, "Oh, you got old and crazy, and you're just crazy." I'm like, you fucking assholes. You know the people involved in this, and you're part of it, or you know more than you're letting on. Don't tell me I'm fucking crazy. Don't tell me that I'm hearing voices when I'm hearing actual voices. Don't tell me I'm hallucinating. I know the difference between reality and whatever fantasy, or hallucination. Um, I did acid one time. I had the best time of my life. Me and some guys, we were roofing back in the 80s. We were in our 20s and stuff. And they gave me a couple, and they said they were going down to this one bar in Punta Gorda, and they were going to shoot pool. And they said, "Are you going to come up there and shoot pool?" And so it was like a Friday night. And my wife was, God, I was in my 20s, I was married. And my wife was up north. And I said, "I'm going to go home and I'm going to call my wife, take a shower, drink some beer." "No, I'm going to hang at the house." They said, "Oh, you'll be there." And I said, "Yeah, I don't think so, man. I'm kind of tired." And I went home and I talked to her, and maybe 10, 15 minutes, And I took a shower, and that cold water started going down my back and everything. I go, "Ooh," I said, "I feel good." Sure as shit, I come tooling down the highway, and I'm looking across the road, no stoplights back then, back where we were. And I could see them. They're all standing in the parking lot with big grins on their faces. And I had one in my car, and I wheeled around, and we smoked a joint in the parking lot, went in and shot pool all night long, and I just smiled the whole time. Now, the next day I had a headache. That's the only time I ever did that, though. I'm like, man, I never, I was no freaking, I didn't have to smoke all the weed in the world to get high. I was like, um, my popularity's growing. It says, "You're right," till they find out how old I am and poor. "What do you do for work?" "Oh, yeah, I'm nothing. And I'm poor." "What are you doing on this site?" I just was hoping maybe I could meet a friend, somebody to talk to." So I'm like weird of even talking to anybody anymore. That sucks. I got old and poor. Damn it. It's what, 12:47. I'm gonna have to eat lunch here soon. It is Easter. You know what's weird? I went for a ride. I gotta go work on my bike. We'll go outside and I'll show you some of the neat stuff I've done outside. But I'm sorry about my smile. Damn, I hate it. I don't even know how to smile anymore. It's like I used to have perfect teeth. Damn. But went for a ride Sunday, and there's a lot of churches around. Not a car in any church parking lot. It really freaked me out. And like last night when I was riding at like 3, 4 in the morning, I think I came home around 4 or something like that. I run into people and talk to them, and I'm drinking coffee, and generally, most of these people I've seen, I've met before, and I met this one cool chick last night. Her name was Robin, and God, it wasn't last year. It had to have been a couple of years ago. I was riding out where I used to always ride, and there's no street lights, and it's dark, and like real dark sometimes. And I saw her, and I remember, it might have been a year or a little over a year ago. And I see her riding, and she's got a light on, and I'm thinking of somebody that I might have known that might have been riding out there. And so I flash my light, and she's flashing her light, and she pulls up, and I asked her, I said a girl's name, and she said a guy's name, and I said no, and she said no, and I said, I said, well, she goes, well, I'm heading out further, and she goes, and I said, well, you mind if I ride with you? I said, we started talking, and we rode for probably a mile and a half. And I had brought a I brought a Coke that I poured in a covered cup for coffee, but it was clean and I hadn't drank out of it. I was saving it for out there, so all I had was a Coke. And she was thirsty, and I said, you can have this. I told her about the cup being clean and everything, and I hadn't drank from it. So she drank that, and when I saw her last night, I couldn't remember her name. I said, haven't I met you before? And she goes, yeah. And she said, you're Randy. I said, yes. I said, I can't believe you remember my name. Oh, I said, what I said was, I remember I gave you a Coke when we were riding down the road. And she goes, yeah, your name's Randy. I was like, oh my God, how could she remember my name? And it was so cool. And I guess she lives out there in the boonies, man. And but it was kind of cool. I got to talk to her and some other people, and sometimes, like especially, I have another bicycle. We're gonna go outside because I want to see if I can get my bike charging because that's important. Because if it don't charge, I can't ride, and it's almost dead. And it got windy out there, and the Easter Bunny. Do you know why the Easter Bunny hides the Easter eggs? Well, I really don't want to tell you because it's ask somebody see if you can find out. Now it says I got some kind of live chat. I had some guy. He was from Brazil, and I guess I was talking about Germany or something. He was interested in it, and but he was typing, and I guess he could hear me, but I couldn't. We couldn't talk. I guess. Oh, but maybe because it was overseas or something. But it's pretty cool. He was typing. And I was looking at me. Oh man, and I could actually talk. So if anybody wants to type something like anything, I don't care. I finally got my hair almost blonde again. It's not green, it's blonde. I said it fluorescent white. I gotta get a cigarette and yeah, we'll go outside and see if we can get my bike charging. I can't believe how good it rides. I am so happy. I mean, that chain was. It sounded like I used to drive an armored personnel carrier. When I was in the army, the only thing I drove was an armored personnel carrier. Never drove Jeep, never drove nothing but an armored personnel carrier. And we were doing this competition where there was a driving competition. Well, my friend was one of the drivers in the competition. We had two vehicles, and they used a low boy just like they do, here in the states to haul it to the competition for us. And this guy we're talking to, the truck driver guy, I think he was a Spec 4. He might have been a PFC. And most of us were Spec 4s and PFCs. We were just the enlisted guys in the team. And we're telling this truck driver, he said, we said, well, what do you do? He goes, I drive. He goes, I go in. He goes, I pick up a ticket. He goes, I pick up something. I take it, a bulldozer, a tank, anything, take it somewhere and drop it off. And we're like, that's all you do is drive. We couldn't believe that all he did was drive because we had to do all kinds of crap. Right. And we talked about that. I remember for hours and hours. Like, that guy drives, man. He didn't have to. He didn't have to carry a 50 caliber or M60 or anything, man. How does he do that? And he goes home. He's gonna have a high paying job, and we're gonna go home, and people are gonna say we were dumb, and we do a lot more. But anyway, we weren't. We couldn't believe it. A truck driver. And I met a guy a while back that was in the army. He's almost my age. It was a truck driver. And it's like, I was like, you drove a truck, and it reminded me of that, from 1983. I was like, man, you drove a truck, and you came home, and you got a truck driving job. You can drive those big rigs, and you're licensed. And I came home, and I just wanted to go drink beer and be a dumbass. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's kind of what it was. So anyway, I gotta go get my bike. I gotta find something to eat. I'm ugly too, but at least I can eat. Hey, so I don't. If anybody knows any Easter jokes, you can tell me. So I don't even know what yesterday I took 3 showers. Number one, some of the stuff they pump into the house, um, as it decays, these guys are all about, I would just say, um, crimes without getting caught. Like this shit they're using on us. If it kills me, it's a binary substance. The gas will break down, and as it breaks down, it's active. But then as it breaks down, it will release heat. It's endothermic, exothermic reaction. As it breaks down, it's some nitrogen compound, I'm sure, or sulfur and nitrogen. And then it's in the air and at a certain temperature, a certain time, starts to break down into harmless components. So there's no way, oh, you can't prove anything. And it releases heat, and the AC will be going all of a sudden. You'll feel it heat up, and thank God, my technical assistant, she is familiar with this stuff. She knows that I'm not like crazy like they say. She knows what kind of crazy I really am. The kind of crazy that will stick a stick an axe through the wall. Here is Johnny, but I don't want to kill anybody or hurt anybody. I don't want to. I've never burnt anything, intentionally. I've never burned anything by accident. Every time any fire started anywhere, I was able to put it out. If it was mine. I've never tried to kill somebody. You get mad. And I always the only time I ever really hurt somebody kind of bad was I let him up, and I said, hey, my buddy's gonna kick your friend's ass. I said, let me go and break this up. And I said, you ain't gonna. I said, are we done? He goes, yeah, we're done. And as soon as I started to turn around from him, he sucker punched me pretty good. And well, then, it's kind of I kind of got him pretty good. I mean, but it was a long time ago, and I was, and plus, I'm old now, man. I don't want to hurt people or do anything, but and also, I don't think people should do it to me. And people always seem to think I'm nice. I'm a pussy or a fat asshole to everybody in my, especially I'm poor, I'm hurt, crippled. I don't go around fucking like that. But now these people, they richly deserve it. But I don't even like doing that. I like talking to people, like finding things out, but not in a bad way. How does this bicycle work? No, seriously, these hub motors. This is my next bike. I got a geared bike right now. We're gonna go out and look at this. Let me see if I can find something to eat. I'm hungry as fuck. Boy, was that desert? It'd be rough. Monkey want banana. Can I have this? I'm gonna clean up in here and mop and stuff. I did the kitchen. I mopped the whole kitchen. So early this morning.
Dustin needs it on the kitchen.
Well, the kitchen's done. I did the whole goddamn kitchen.
Oh, you
I
already
did
did
the
it?
whole goddamn kitchen. The entire kitchen. Yes, I
Didn't
did.
even look.
Well, I'm just saying, I did the whole goddamn kitchen. And I'll do this, but I mean, I gotta rest sometime. I don't know when. I gotta
I'll have to wash my hair for the first time in
Shit.
Years. I
Uh,
have to do it myself.
Mm.
Don't look awful.
They call me crazy. They call me crazy. I am. Damn. See, I want to play some music.
I can't figure out why we got a paper today because the other
What?
Sundays didn't get one.
Oh, goddamn no. Oh.
I tried to call the people one day to ask them, and they said they had shorter hours now, so I didn't get in touch with them.
Oh.
But miraculously, we got a paper today.
What is to? Oh, Sunday. What's Easter?
Hmm?
It's Easter. I went riding. All the churches are totally empty. I couldn't believe it. Totally empty. There's no car, nobody at the
I
churches.
know, it's weird.
But I mean, you would think maybe they might allow 10 or 12 people. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. Hmm. I didn't fuck somebody's life up doing this shit. So, yeah. Let me see if I can find some background music or something. It said something to me about that. I'm not sure what. Oh, looks like a crosswalk sign. I don't know what this is. I need to get my glasses. Yeah, I know. I got old. Damn it. Expand menu. Let's try it. Boom. Expand menu. What does it say? I don't know what it's doing. Where's the damn menu? Webcam, manage, stream now, classic. What the hell? Oh, they were saying something about music I could play. I played some music on my cell phone. And I got mad and they shut my stream down. So they said violating copyright laws. So I didn't know. I'm not. I know how to pretty much frame a house. I'm pretty good at framing, doors, windows, all that stuff. Which when you know how to fix them, you also know how to destroy them. I'm freaking out. I'm not freaking out. I'm freaking out. But so anyway, we're gonna go out and take my bike, which I got some. I guess I gotta stand up again. Standing up's hard to do. There's times when I won't do something because to get up and walk across the room hurts so bad, I just won't do it. Screw it. I mean, seriously, just people say, "Oh, he's lazy. He just wants to hang out." Wish I could make money. In 2002, 18 years ago, I was making some pretty damn good money and paying all the bills, and catching up on child support. thinking about getting my driver's license back. Everybody, my boss wanted me to get it back, and hell, we were busy. It was busy, it's real busy back then. I was making pretty much top dollar, and I was wanting more. And I was working 6 days a week. I always liked working 6 days a week because that sixth day keeps me from spending money, and also it makes me that much more money. So it's kind of a philosophical thing, more money, more money, more money. And when I was making good money, and that more money, more money, more money. So it was doing real good. And now I can't even walk into a damn store and buy a goddamn soda if I need it. Yeah, and if I needed anything, I could walk in and get anything I want. That was 18 years ago. When people call me lazy, that's what I say to them. Bitch, I was never lazy. Fuck cunts. Saying, oh, you get your government check. Motherfucker, my government check for a month is what I made in a week. A shitty week. You don't beat the government by taking their money. You beat the government by making so much money they can't take all yours away. Assholes. Coke. See this little bitty laptop Chromebook I got? I can carry it like that because it can just dangle. Oh, I had a Coke. Let's find my Coke. Like, oh, there it is. Uh, oh shoot, there's rain off over that way. See, right now it's 80, 86, 87. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 86, 87. What month is this? April? Yep, we're almost to the long, grim march through summer, which means every day when you get up and go to work, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You walk out on that job and you're sweating. You're not gonna stop sweating until you get off work and go into that bar or get in that car and go home. And it usually starts about this time of year, and you might have one or two cool mornings where it's in the 60s. Ooh, it's cold. I rode my bike. It was, I think, 69 degrees. I had to go get cigarettes because everything closes early. Holy crap! I went to get cigarettes the other night, and for me and my assistant, my secretary Beth, she is my secretary. She's damn good. I don't pay her way enough money. I wish I could pay her more. And she's always running off to damn Daytona, and she's got a real family to take care of. I'm kidding, man. You know, but I'm not kidding. Sometimes I beg her, please don't go, and I know she has to. She really helps me out a lot, and she's smart, and she'll say things like, Randy, please don't throw your flashlight through the wall anymore. And I'll say, Beth, that's pretty smart. I think that's a good idea. And I'll stop doing that. Or Randy, stop shooting fireballs across the yard and stuff. I'll say, Beth, that might be a good idea. Thank you, thank you. So I respect that she's got the smarts to be able to speak up and tell me that. Good woman there. If it was the 1950s, I'd be Perry Mason. And she'd be that sexy secretary of his driving the convertible and shit. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to my. Where are we? Can you see my bike? Oh, where's my bike? Oh no, piece of crap. Well, not actually. It's not. It's a Chinese piece of crap. But let me tell you something. I can't really complain because me and this thing, I wore out one motor on it. Had to buy a new motor and put on it. I mean, these Chinese people, they put it together a pretty good thing, man. So, and the thing is I bought a new charger, and it's a smart charger. Well, these smart chargers are too smart for their own good, man. Just shut up and charge my batteries. Don't think about it, just do it. So, I can't play music or freak out. Don't freak out when I play music. Oh, and let's get the smart charger. It's so damn smart. It's too smart for me. I can't figure out. Every time I try to get a charge, it says I ain't charging you, dumbass. I'm too smart for you. I gotta show you Barbie now. I got Barbie way back in the olden days. And things were good. Um, I wasn't cussing so much. I actually wasn't cussing. I was feeling better. I was starting to feel better. I said, man, I thought things were all right. Evidently, well, they weren't. But anyway, usually when I'm out riding in the boonies, people dump stuff. And I stop and look. It's like I'm poor, so that's my idea of window shopping. And I don't know, you know, I, don't, I just realized I don't know where my scuba gear is. I used to scuba dive when I got out of the army in the '80s, and we used to go out to Boca Grande, and we like to dive the pass, Boca Grande Pass, in the oil docks. They had the oil docks back then where these oil tankers would come up and oil for, I guess, oh crap, on the power plant or some crap. But anyway, it was a deep water. It was 50-foot dive, so it was deep. The shallow dive was phosphate rocks. I think they're all gone now. But me and my buddies, my one friend, got me into it. I was interested in it anyway, and he was already into it. So me and him used to do a lot of these dives out in Boca Grande Pass, and we did some night dives that were real. I mean, you had maybe 3 foot visibility sometimes, man, and you're down there in these big old Jewfish. I don't care what they call them, Goliath groupers or Jewfish. Down there going boom, 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 boom. You're like, whoa, man. These things are huge. And, sharks. I've seen some big sharks, tarpon out there, all kinds of stuff. The tarpon, well, the tarpons come into spawn and all this kind of stuff at certain times of year, and the big sharks follow. And so it can get kind of weird. But anyway, I found some scuba gear out, one time, and that's some expensive stuff. But when the economy took a crap and tanked, nobody wanted. Oh, that's old gear. We'll give you 20 bucks. Come on, man. So anyway, I don't know where I lost all this stuff. At first I was like, I didn't lose that much. I really did. I was more concerned with mom and everybody else and myself. I was like, damn, I'm the dumbass that broke the hose down. Unfortunately, I gotta show you that too. Oh, but anyway, so, so I'd be riding around out there in the boonies. And in the summertime when it's real hot, there's a canal out there called Cocoa Plum. Well, growing up, it was called 9 Mile, and because it was 9 miles from the Mac, I guess where it hit the Mayaca to where it ended was 9 miles. They went down and dredged this long, straight 9 mile canal. That's a nice little car. An old 60s, or anyway, it's called 9 Mile. We've gone 9 miles where I learned to shoot my 22 rifle, which led to me shooting competition in the military. Um, shot all kinds of rifle competitions, all kinds. It was good. And a lot of that came from shooting down the Coca Plum Waterway. There were no boats or anything. This was out in the boonies out a long time ago. But anyway, there's a place where there was a tree. I think it was a myrtle tree, and I could park my bike. I could drink a beer and stay in the shade. It was the only place you could do that there. And I started finding these Barbies out there. And you know how kids they like to trim their hair. These Barbies now have hacked up hair, short hair, and stuff. And I would get them, and I had zip ties for my bike, on my wondrous big crappy bike. And I would zip tie them into the tree. I had about 6 or 7 of them up there, and then somebody came through with a machete and chopped them all down. I never put them back up. I mean, it wasn't anything weird. It was just, I called it the Barbie tree. And I haven't been back out there in a long time because that was in my area um, where people follow me all the time because they're told I'm doing stuff out there and I'm not. And so anyway, that's the story of the Barbie tree. Well, last year, riding my bike out there, I found a Barbie, and she had her hair. The first Barbie I ever found with her long hair, and so I had to dress her up, and she rode on the bike with me. People thought I was crazy, which I guess probably maybe, but so Barbie ride with me, right? And then when the fire happened, thank God my bike didn't burn. But Barbie went through the fire, so she ever since then she always rides with me. Now sometimes when I'm doing a test drive, I'll let her stay home or something. Usually she rides with me, and she's got a sword. So I'm just trying to get her. I got her safety wired, man, because she's a jumper. Like we'll be riding down the road, and if she ain't safety wired in, man, she'll do it. She'll do a dive off that. Well, freak me out. She'll do a dive out of the basket, man. But this here Barbie baby. Let's see. You gotta yeah, get that sword up, girl. See, oh, can't see. Whatever. There she is. And she usually rides up front, and I kind of got to I want to get some of that air conditioning tape, that silver duct tape type stuff, they use on air conditioners, the real silver stuff. I want to get her out there like that, but right now she's all black and like, kind of like Xena, Xena, word princess. And she, I kind of dig her. She's blonde. She has had her hair blue and stuff before too. So she rocks. And she may be medieval, and she may carry a sword, but she rocks. All right, let me see if I can outsmart this um, battery. This thing's been kicking my butt. Yeah, I thought. So I replaced the connectors. All the bad connections should be connected now. I'm still having a bitch of a time. I don't know, man. I want to retake this with electrical tape. I have actual real electrical tape. This right here is let's see, how could I describe this? This right here is a motherfucker. I don't know because you gotta be real careful with it. I've been having problems with the charge and stuff, so I hadn't been wanting to mount it because it's too hard to work with and stuff. And it's either way it sucks because it moves around and gets fucked up. fucking Easter. Let me see. I've had some weird stuff. Easter's usually a weird day. A couple years ago, 2, 3 years ago, I had just enough. Well, no, I didn't have just enough, but I had money. I wanted to get cigarettes and beer, and I rode my bike up to the store. And there was a guy. He didn't have a shirt on. He had a dark tan, and I think he had crutches. But he didn't have a cast on his leg, and his leg was swelled up like where the shin is. Like it looked like a bigger than a softball. I'm thinking, man, his leg's fucking broken. And so I bought my beer and cigarettes, and I walk outside, and he's sitting across the street on a bench, and you know, nobody wants homeless anywhere. So these benches have these things where you can't lay down on it. It's the anti-homeless bench, and so he's sitting there in this beautiful day, the sun's out. I'm thinking to myself, thinking, my God, this guy. I knew he was a working man because it was tan and shit. I rode over to him and said, "Hey, you need a cigarette?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What's the story, man?" And he said, "The hospital kicked him out, and his leg was broken. They didn't put a cast on it or anything." He said it was broken. It was Easter, and I had a $10 bill. I carry cash on me sometimes, but I use my card. I had that $10 bill. I was thinking, man, gave him a couple of cigarettes. It's fucking Easter. I got cold beer. I've got stuff, and he ain't got shit. And I gave him that. I said, "Hey, man," I said, "Here." He goes, "What's this for?" I said, "Nothing, man." I said, "You just pass it down the line sometime." I said, "It's fucking Easter." I said, "I don't care if you get fucking beer or whatever, whatever you want, man." I said, "So I wish I could give you more." And he said, "Thanks." And I never saw him again. But I figured he must have got better. I hope. And the hospitals, they'll kick you out real quick. That's kind of what they did to me too. It kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. Another time, another time. You ever see a video with Chris Rock where it says how not to get your ass kicked by the police? Well, oh my God, I rode with a guy and I thought I was going to get my ass kicked by the police. And thank God it didn't. I mean, I could have got shot and I would have been like, sorry, I was in the wrong place. This guy, man, went off on the cops. And, well, it took about 5 or 6 of them to get him down, and he's screaming, help me, Randy." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "I can't." Shit, they crucified me. And so here I'm laying face down on the pavement on Easter, and yeah, thank God they were like, "Yeah, he didn't do anything." I was like, man, I didn't know this guy was crazy until I got in the car with him. This guy was crazy. Stark raving lunatic. I mean, really, seriously. Ooh, scared me. It takes a little bit to scare me like that, man. I mean, this guy was, I didn't know he was a nutcase, man. I didn't see him in 5, 6 years, and I thought, "Hey, how you doing, man?" So I got a few beers and go down and drink a beer at my house. "You're still living down there?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll follow you." And I'm riding my bike, and my bike ain't that fast. And I said, "Well, why don't you just meet me there?" I said, "No, I'll follow you." He said, "And I'm paranoid. I'm thinking he might run over me. I think he might be mad at me or something." And he didn't, and that was even scary. Like, why did he do that? Why did he do that? Nobody does that kind of crap. And it just deteriorated. I couldn't believe, man. He was built like a bear, man. I was like, it took a bunch of them to get him over. I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't have. See, now you look at Barbie. She's crazy. She ain't crazy. I tell you. Oh, She's a jumper though. How far is no jumping? I gotta put a safety harness on her sometime. That sword right there, that's a get close to the sword. No, like what's her name's name? See that sword? Back in the '80s, my little brother sent me. There were these little swords, and it's like the Terminator sword, and they had a little stand for them and stuff. And I had 3 or 4 of them. I gave a couple of them away, and I still had this one. And that's some sword girl. Pliers. I gotta find pliers. Let me give you some pliers. I'll be right back. Now, if she does anything crazy, you guys let me know. All right. I gotta find some pliers. This could be the problem right here. This could be my whole entire. Oh shit! Oh man. Yeah, see that shit, man. And I tell you what, the sword is pointy. It's not sharp like it could be. If I sharpened it, it would be sharp. But because it's steel, that son of a bitch has poked me. There have been times when I've gone into a store and bought something like in a blister pack that it's a real hard to open, and I'm like, man, how am I gonna open this? I got Barb with me, man. She saves the day. She's a rocker. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, it seems like a light. What's this? What's that? Oh, battery pack. Okay. What's this? A pen. A writing pen. A utensil. What do we got here? Oh, what's this? What's this? Another light. Barb's harness. We need to harness her really quick. Once she starts jumping, she won't stop. She jumped again. See, I told you, man. She's a crazy bitch, man. Crazy bitch. I just don't want to lose her. All right. She's a crazy bitch. She's a crazy bitch. Barbie. She ain't no Malibu Barbie. She's a medieval Barbie. Oh shit. Yeah, she always says she'll call me or text me. She never does. Hell, I didn't sharpen that. Should give that to Barb. Barb on that. What the hell's this? Oh, this stuff. Crap. Oh, where's that damn too? Hold on. It seems like I have a communicate coming over the wireless. Let's see what it is. Why do I have a hard time answering this goddamn thing? Hey, are you? Hold on. Hey, what's up, man?
Did you text me?
Yeah, like a month ago, last night, something.
Oh, did you?
yeah, last night I think. I'm here, man. Cool.
You need me to stop by there?
Are you in the area? Hell yeah, man.
I'm in the area.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm outside working on the bike. I'm doing a live broadcast right now. I got that Barbie out showing her on the fucking thing. She's jumping and stuff. So anyway, you riding the rocket, huh?
Yeah, on the rocket.
Okay. Looked like rain a while ago. I guess it ain't now.
Yeah, it's like
Huh?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss like that, goddamn. I'm trying to work on my fucking language. Son of a bitch, and sometimes I just can't fucking help it. No, I'm kidding. When I'm who the hell? My phone's freaking out on me. All right. All right now. like hell and damn and ass. That's not really cussing. I get into technical cussing. I think I could teach a course on profanity and how to use it in everyday speech to influence, how to appall and influence people. I really do. Sometimes, sometimes I don't realize it, and sometimes I do realize it. That's the bad thing when I don't realize it. Um, let's see what the fuck. Oh, here it is. Um, so I think I'll just go with a standard. She'll know what this means. We need to do this too. Uh, I think she'll get the gist of that. Let's see who else is in. Hey, let's not call him dumbass here. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call him dumbass. Let's call him the stupid motherfucker. I mean, I'm just kidding. Um, ooh, fuck, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear this either. Turn this show. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Modern technology, man. What's up, man? If you want anything, better get your ass over here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If he's gone by the time you get here, tough shit. No, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you ought to, because there's other people. You know. It's up to you. I'm working on my bike. I'm just hanging out. You know. Um. Well, I changed that chain on my bike last night, man. It rides like a Lamborghini. Oh man, it was so different. And my tire was 10 pounds down. I didn't realize that. Yeah, because I'm not running the same tires I used to. You know. I'm running the tires that old Rich gave me and said, these are fine. You know how he is. He's going to sell you whatever he wants to sell you. These are fine. You'll love these. Oh, crap, man. I don't like these tires. All right, man. Well, I'll see you. All right. Give me a holler. You know, dog, I'm going to sweat video. Yeah, get your ass. All right, bye. All right. Oh, about half an hour? Oh, well, half an hour would be fine. I just ain't nobody here yet. I was waiting on this one chick. So anyway, I'll see you when I see you. All right, bye. Take your time. Bring me. Oh, you don't have any beer, do you? All right. All right. Well, I got Cokes. I'll put a few Cokes in the fridge or something. The freezer. I got a mop. I did the whole. All right. I'll see you. Bye. No, screw you. I don't want to talk about hillbilly. You know, he's from Alabama, man. Shit. So am I. I'm from LA though, lower Alabama. Yeah, right. I'm from fucking hillbilly, fucking Bill myself. We're Southern, you know. I say be proud of where if you be proud of where you're from. You know, you don't have to wave the flag and shit like that. You know, yeah. But I'm proud of my accomplishments. I mean, I was in the U.S. Army. I had friends from all over the U.S. and Puerto Rico. A lot of them Puerto Rican guys were tough son of a bitches. I mean, motherfucking tough motherfuckers. And remember we had one guy from Guam. He was pretty cool. You know, Guamanians or Guamoish. You know what I mean? They're Guamakis, we call them. You know, I'm just kidding. This guy was from Guam, you know, with the U.S. protector or whatever you want to call it, you know. And remember we had a cookout with steaks and he had some kind of marinade, I guess they used on Guam and stuff. It was pretty damn good, man. We had a fun time. You know, I had a lot of friends from New York. You know, like I said, Northerners, I could go. And you know what I like about the U.S. And I mean this, you know, from Alaska to um, any southern state or northern state out west, up north, Massachusetts, where they talk funny. Yeah, I'm saying that right. But you know, Massachusetts, where they, you know, I wouldn't say, you know what I mean. But you can walk into me with a southern accent. They might think I talk a little funny, or something like that, but you can understand them and you know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And you can mentally, as far as you can communicate your ideas in foreign countries when especially you notice this when you've been over there for a couple of years and it's somewhere different, and you notice, sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes the people don't like you because you are different, or you represent something different, and so, so sometimes, when we got back home from Germany, you know, um, I still do. I look at the American flag. It's a little different. Yeah, Army had to salute it. If you were out, we always tried to beat. God, what do they call it? God damn it. You know, if they started taps or whatever, the evening. Oh, God damn it. I feel stupid. It's been a while though. But you had to salute. You always tried to beat it, and then when you're over there and you come back home, it's like wow. And I watched it was 4th of July, and we were a little bitty post. I mean, we only had a couple of units there. We were out in the boonies, and for 4th of July they fired off fireworks, and I was like, "There's fireworks on," and it's like, yeah, and I mean, it was better than they do here for the whole county. Our little bitty base, and I was like, wow, I was like, that was so freaking cool, you know. And it's really, and that's why. Oh shit! Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Ah, fuck up. Ah, fuck up. Ah, fuck up. Oh, please don't let me fuck up. Oh man. Oh man. Tell me I didn't fuck it up. I'm such a fuck up. Not sometimes. But look, I was kind of hoping Beth was going to be here. Um, let me run inside. I gotta just check a few things real quick, and trying to get a thing going where we give somebody and they show something off or something, like a 1 minute thing, like we'll see here. Let me see. Oh fuck! Oh fuck, man. find that. Oh, so I don't even know. I broke the front window. Motherfucker. You know how much hurricane windows are way expensive. Place. Not good to be an asshole like that, but then again, it's not good to fucking piss me the fuck off. Bitch. I come from a long line of a few people. Long line. Where? Oh, so there's a I know it. I know that. How do you know it? Because I know that. I know that. Damn it. Come on. Yeah. I thought I had it in here. Oh, great. It's on the table. I thought it was out there. Dumbass. Sometimes I'm a dumbass. I try not to be, but can't be helped. Well, that's what I need. I need a ball aim. And shut this. Yeah, well, a sandwich and a soda. No, it's got to be. Come on. Damn squirrel. Where is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, hot. Oh, kind of hot. Kind of hot. Pretty hot. Oh, fucking. Son of a bitch. Huh. I guess that's what happens when you bust out a hurricane window. Motherfucker. Fuck that. Damn, it's 1:44. No wonder I'm hungry. Oh, no. Back to back with her. And a text her again. kind of fucking weird that I hadn't really had a place I consider home in a long time. The only reason I call this place is because when Beth's here, she makes it up. She really does. It's fucking weird. Hell, fucking place probably burned out waiting for her already. Every time I start to do something, I think about her and I say, God damn it. Not to say I won't, but she's, hell, she might be mad at me. I don't know what the fuck. She can be mad at me for being a dumbass. I couldn't blame her, Boy, when she first came over and started helping me, and my mom, there wasn't a single, I didn't even realize, I rode down, I rode by all these churches and shit, there wasn't, you might have expected, they might have had a prayer group or something, maybe 10 people. They didn't, I didn't see anybody anywhere. I have never seen anything like this, and I don't read the paper and the news and everything kind of got burned out of me, I guess. I started trying to look a little more, but it doesn't hold interest. Like I used to read the whole paper every day for 30 years, 20 years, something like that. And I haven't done it at all. I can't. I have no interest. I'm just like what the fuck, This coronavirus stuff is fucking. They said there's 20,000 deaths, and if you were to say something like that in Iraq or Afghanistan or something else, if you think about it in those kind of terms, that's a lot. And it's kind of freaky. It kind of scares me. I'm old. My immune systems aren't they aren't like they used to be. They used to be, hell, I used to be 10-foot-tall bulletproof. Now I turned into a cleaning lady, man. That's all I do to sweep them off the goddamn floor. Can't find my fucking. Where is my electrical tape? Well, we're gonna have to forge on without the electrical tape because motherfucker, I need this bitch working. So we gotta check the contacts. Ooh, we're gonna get sunlight on here. Sunlight is very good. You know why it's very good? Because I said so. I found that over. Ooh, is that a connection there? Could that be a bad connect? Could this be a bad connect? Could the Easter Bunny be hiding the eggs for some kind of nefarious reason? Huh. Why would the Easter Bunny hide the Easter eggs? Huh. Damn it. I'd like to tell you, but I know I cuss a whole lot, but this was shocking. It's pretty weird. Son of a bitch, is that a disconnect there? I can't tell. Alright, the wires there look good. The wires here look good. These wires are good, huh? Alright, let's see what we got here. I used to have this rabbit. It was called a black giant. I mean, this son of a bitch was big, and he was funny too, man. I had terrazzo floors at this one house, and I'd chase him around, and he he'd go sliding across the floor. He'd be all slick. It was funny as hell. And then he'd chase me. We'd chase each other. But boy, if he got wow, that was me being stupid. I burnt myself on my cigarette. But what a dumbass. But if he got loose, man, he'd get in the drain pipe or he'd hide under some palmettos. And you couldn't get him. That son of a bitch would be like, oh man, he wanted to get him some poontang, I think. Wow, pussy. I can't blame him there, I guess. He got loose one time. He was out for about 4 or 5 days, and I had a Great Dane. This Great Dane looked just like Marmaduke. I mean, he was pretty, man. He was the prettiest Great Dane I've ever seen. I mean, whenever I see a Great Dane, I compare them to the dog I had. My dog was the best. I mean, he was just absolutely gorgeous and strong. Oh my God. But anyway, I was walking that dog. My wife, my second wife, was walking the little dog. The little dog was about 60 pounds. He was a powerhouse, and we walked and the lots were an acre. They were acre lots, so they were the standard size of these lots we have here in Port Charlotte. It was like the whole block, it's way back and behind, and so there was like and there was palmettos and scrub and all kinds of stuff growing everywhere. So you got to walk around kind of semi-naked most of the time, and as long as I wasn't flashing the neighbors. I mean, the neighbors couldn't see me at my house. So so we're walking the dogs. We go to the lot next door, and he had his whole thing cleared back. Mine wasn't. I had mine kind of hidden, kind of a little bit, and we were way back there, and there's that big black rabbit sitting out in the middle of this grass. And here's this cat, and this cat's stalking up towards behind him. And boy, I had that Great Dane. That Great Dane keyed right up. He knew the rabbit too. So he knew all our pets knew each other, and both dogs were ready to go. And my wife says to me, hey, that cat gets him. We're gonna let the dog loose. I said, oh yeah. And that cat thought he was stalking up on that buddy rabbit, and that buddy rabbit was eating some grass, not paying attention. And he thumped his foot. You could hear it too. I mean, it was way far away. He thumped his foot on the ground, bump, bump, bump. And he turned around and hopped towards that cat, and that cat hauled ass. He was bigger than the cat. And we were just laughing our asses off. So even the rabbit I had was a bad motherfucker. Oh, he get pissed and thump that foot. You could hear it, man. You'd be like, "Wow, man!" Think a whacker packer was going off or something. Okay, we are engaging the charging circuit now. We have no power at this time. We are doing a dry run. We must get a hook up first. Oh. Well, I've been through 2 motors on this bike. I got 3 rims that I keep in various states of repair for backup. I've been through burnt 3 chargers out. I've probably rebuilt about 30 battery packs. It's quite a bit of money in batteries. Here we're getting ready to get engaged. Power. Bring the power. Bring the action. I think William says that. And then Brittany says, Brittany bitch. Oh, Brittany bitch. Oh shit. Oh, it turned red. And it went green again. That motherfucker. Why is it doing that? It's toying with me. The Duracell is too smart for my britches. Damn. Foiled again by a smart machine. Damn. When they started making machines smart, fuck. Why? Let's go. What do you call that? A smart car? It was like, man, it was like if it was on a bumper car thing, it would get crushed, This German guy, I met this German guy, and I mean, he was from Bavaria, and I was in Germany. And actually, I lived when I was stationed in Germany. I was near where um, my direct ancestors were from, so I probably passed some distant cousins or whatever over there. Forget. But anyway, um, Bavaria is um, usually where all the um, how would you say the militarism starts, and up in central Germany, up around Frankfurt, north of Frankfurt, not is all the farm country. So where all the farm boys are. So the farm boys are the ones that get enlisted to go and die, and the Bavarians are the ones going Sig Heil. But you can really see that in some of them guys. And so here's a smart car coming down the road. And I guess they're real popular in Europe, because they're so little bitty cars, European. But anyway, here comes a smart car, and I said, hey man, I said, you see that? He goes, yeah. I said, that's a stupid car. No, it's not. It's a smart car. I said, no, it's a stupid car. You know why? Because it looks so fucking stupid. He's like, German engineering is far superior to any other. I'm like, oh my god, I can see how these motherfuckers just fucking lockstep and say, God damn. And I'm part German with you. Come on. Nah, but I had a good time in Germany. Man, and you don't notice it here in Florida because our seasons are fucked up. Um, when it's fall up north, we're still in the rainy season, and shit's out of control. And then it starts to dry out around December. It gets a little cool, but the dry season starts like sometimes January, February, where you're drying out, and then all of a sudden the leaves all fall off the oak trees. I mean, it's weird. Especially if you're out by the woods and stuff. You can see through the trees real good. And then a week or two later, or 3 weeks or something, they start to bud and they come back and it's real green. I mean, it's not green like up north though. When you're up north or in Germany or somewhere where you've had that bleary ass winter and you're sick of stepping out of your car and you didn't know there's a 2 foot pothole by your car and you're not wearing waterproof shit and you step down all the way up to almost your knee. And you're like, oh my fucking god, I mean, that shit gets so old. Oh, the snow is all nice and pretty. It's when it melts and gets all muddy and shit that it sucks. But then everything starts to turn green and it just turns a bright shade of green. We're a darker shade of green, a dark, pretty much generally a darker shade of green. We don't get that brilliant, almost fluorescent green. Oh, damn it. I was hoping goddamn Bobby would get his ass over here so I could have him maybe show off his motorcycle or his helmet. He had a cool pair of gloves, man. They were like something off the Road Warrior, man. Except probably better than the Road Warrior. He's more modern. Well, I was digging up out here because they got, I tried, I'd be sitting out here and all of a sudden I could see a cascade of particles going through the air. And now they've got it where they target these motherfuckers. And they'll hit me right in the, Beth could be sitting out here and she'll be catching a little bit of the shit off to the side from the blow by, I guess. But they'll be just pasting me with this shit. And I'm like, how in the fuck? And I don't know how they do it. But so I've been most flooding out here trying to fuck them up, trying to figure out ways to fuck up their operation. And, it's only temporary. It's like it's more of an exercise for me in futility than anything. Is anybody out there? I can't see. It says, live chat. How do we do that anyway? It says Randy. Hold on, let's see. Does it say something? Did somebody write something? I can't say. It says say something. I'll say something, motherfucker. All right. Hello. Am I the last person on Earth? You ever walk out and you feel like that? You're like, wow. I tell you what, when I went riding last night, and even on Saturday night. Well, Saturday night, it's kind of busy. People, going out and stuff. But like tonight, like Monday morning, um, there, 4:30, 4. I used to like to ride between 2 and 4 because there'd be almost no traffic, between there'll be a certain almost a half an hour to an hour where there's almost no traffic. There'll be a few, but not like any other time. And then on a weeknight or something, the traffic picks up around 4:30. You get the tasty cake, the Pepsi, all these guys that are going in at ultra early hours, to do their shit or do their stuff. And I haven't been seeing that now. Like everything's like nothing. Nobody at the church today. You might think there'd be 10 or 12 cars for some kind of small meet. Nothing, man. It's freaky, man. Just freaking freaky. And this girl I know, she has well, she has had whatever a high-paying job with a nice restaurant, and everybody. I even saw the article on TV about will the restaurant survive? I think they'll survive, but son of a bitch, it's incredible, man. The things, people out of work and everything. Who's that chick? That looked like Beth. Was that Beth? I wish she was here. I miss her. Fuck. I wish. It don't matter. Dumbass. Got goddamn old. Fuck. I say what happened, man. I got fucking old. Let's try again. See if I can get another connect. That might be my my bike here. What I may do, I need to, I just found my, I buy drawing paper. I like to write on drawing paper. I don't know. You can write on it, you can draw on it, you can do all kinds of stuff with that crap. And, this goddamn thing. It's too smart for its own goddamn good. And I'm looking up here and I'm seeing lights and stuff. Well, anyway, like there's weird things out here. Like when I flooded the ground out here, there were pipes all underground, spewing shit in the general direction. I mean, it's like they knew which way the wind was going and they could hit me anywhere. I was like, fuck. Well, now they've got it where they can aim the motherfuckers. And I don't know how the fuck they do it. It freaks me the fuck out. It's freaky, man, freaky. And so, well, anyway, so I started digging, the other day and stuff. And all of a sudden, I see. I mean, it's like, what was that? My stepmother's an alien. You ever see that movie? Like that eye that pops out. It's weird stuff like that, but it's super small. Which they could be. I could see how we could do. We have the Vermeer, the directional boring and shit. But I mean, this stuff is like, how would I say? Um, I wouldn't say cutting edge. I was. There's a lot of shit that they developed even in the 50s and 60s that we don't know about. My little brother, he joined the Air Force. I went in the Army. I wanted to, you know, I don't know, I wanted to join the Army, and I did. And he joined the Air Force, and he worked on the B-1 bomber, the Lancer. Nobody knows that. The B-1 was called the Lancer. And we all thought it was a bullshit aircraft, but it scared the fuck out of them goddamn Russians. That motherfucker come in, low to the deck, nap of the earth flying, man, that big old motherfucker. That big old fucking airplane. And my little brother worked on that. But he also, and I didn't know this for a long time, he worked on the B-2. He worked on the fucking, I'm not sure about the fighter, which is basically really a bomber, but you know what I mean, it's small. And he worked on all kinds of crap, and I never knew, and it's like amazing stuff. So this was way back when in the old days, back in the 80s. And, so the 80s. So we're talking, let's say 85, okay, 85, 90, when it was 10 years of time, 85 to 95, 95 to '05. So we're talking 35 years ago. They had the B-2 bomber and all the my little brothers worked on, and they still use it. And they brought it into the air show. We actually used to have a very good air show, and I used to work out there as a aircraft mechanic, and really really liked going there. But I remember I saw the B-2 bomber one time. It flew over. I was at a speakeasy that I used to frequent in the afternoon, and I knew quite a few of the waitresses. They were nice, and I was like, I was sitting inside, and I went outside for something. I forgot what I went outside for. Oh no, I know what it was. I was just getting there, and I'm walking, and here's this B-2 bomber, sort of like flying around over the harbor, and it was just the coolest thing. It was huge, man. You know, I've seen B-52s, but the B-2 was just no tail. It looked like an alien spaceship. It was so freaking cool. My thing ain't charging. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to bump it. This thing makes me mad. I'm so mad. Ooh, Yosemite Sam mad. Not really. I had. I remember years ago. It may have been the first. No, this is my fourth charger. So in 10 years, I've had four chargers, two motors, two electric motors. I didn't burn the motor out. I burnt the helical gears. The gear reduction, and it was a pain in the ass. I could have fixed it if I'd wanted, but you know what, man? I gotta have moto. I can't be fucking around, so I had to get a new motor. Um, got three rims for the back. The back rims are the important ones. And like I said, I probably rebuilt 20 or 30 of these damn battery packs. And $100 a pop. That's quite a bit of money. I mean, I've got it down. I'm doing some modifications now, but now I'm ready to graduate to a different bicycle. Come on, Bobby, where the fuck are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say where the fuck are you. Where the fuck are you, motherfucker? No, I'm just kidding. Um, Usually, I found out that certain people they don't see time see all my life. Every fucking job I've ever had. No, I can't say that. There have been one too, but almost every fucking job I've ever had, you had to be there at a certain time. You know, you showed up late, you got yelled at or fired or whatever. That's the way it fucking was. And you know, and you also knocked off at a certain time. There wasn't no. I had a couple of bosses try to pull that bullshit where it's like, um, uh, it's like 4 o'clock. I'm a carpenter, and the 3:30's cut off, man. It's time for a beer, bitch. And it's like 4 o'clock. Like, hey, we're working until 5. I said, oh fuck you, and I just dropped my shit and say, oh fuck no, you don't pull that shit on my ass. Oh hell no. So I'm really time conscious. I am time conscious. If I get a phone call and I'm out riding my bike or something, I'll say I'll be there in 13 and a half minutes, and I'm usually pretty close. Usually I'm pretty close. Now these guys will say I'll be over there in 5 minutes. It might be 10 hours later. It's like motherfucker. He asked me, he goes, "Did you text me?" I said, "Yeah, fucking last night, dumbass." I didn't say dumbass. I didn't mean it. But I mean sometimes with the service provider that I have to use, and I don't know if it's a provider. I don't know if it's just the way things are. I know it. I have been hacked. I'm sure that there are what would you call it? Sometimes I'll text somebody, and it'll be 2 or 3 hours later. I'll get a text back, and I'll ask them, "Did you just get that text?" And I'll be like, I just got that." I'm like, "God damn it!" And so there was a couple of people that I was like wanting to tell that I would put the time that I texted it on there just in case. That way I could kind of find out, was it happening to a certain person who used a certain provider? Was it happening across the board? Was it my people's fault? Was it there? You know what I mean? And yet, sometimes interestingly, nobody wants to even give a fuck. And that's the way life is. I mean, um, things that you care about, other people might not. I know my son's older brother, and he got this way back when I guess about 20 something years ago, we started him working for us and started drinking, like we did, every day. And he'll get a 6 pack tab or a 4 pack tab, whether it's mine or his or laying on the side of the goddamn road or whatever, or where we're at. He'll pick that son of a bitch up and cut it so that no animals can get trapped in it. And I've always been kind of like, well, I ain't never seen an animal trapped in one bucket, but I know that's kind of fucked up, but that's his kind of gig. My gig is turtles and tortoises. And we have a gopher tortoise here. We call it a gopher tortoise. And oh my God, they can't swim. So if you put them in the water, them some bitches will drown. It's fucked up. But they are the same as I got a friend that's well, a friend. I don't have a friend, but I used to have a friend that was a snake guy, into all the snakes and that kind of crap. I mean, I don't mean that kind of crap. I mean, it was his hobby, and he made money off his hobby. And but he knew about all things reptile, reptilian, whatever. And the gopher tortoise that we have here in Florida, it looks exactly the same as the Mojave desert tortoise out in the Mojave Desert, which I guess is out in, I think California or something. The same fucking one, and it's the same kind of habitat too, pretty much. So at some point in time, these coast to coast tortoises were linked, and then they went from desert. Florida's still got a lot of sandy areas that are desert-like. It's kind of cool. I haven't left the state of Florida in 30 years. I haven't been anywhere. God damn it. It's, things were supposed to be different. Hell. And people always say, well, it could be worse. And, I don't think it can be fucking worse. Nah, it's been so bad for so long. It's been fucking that bad for that long. You say it could be worse. What? Chop my fucking leg off, maybe? Fuck you. Nah, it couldn't be worse, motherfuckers. So I don't ever want to hear that fuck shit. I don't ever want to hear that shit. People, oh, you'll be all right. Fucking, I won't be all right, motherfucker. If they said that to me, I might bitch slap him. Bobby better not say it. I bitch slap him, he'll beat the dog shit out of me. Fuck. Well, I thought everybody I talk to is on a different timeline. Now, I've got a theory about, I've studied. In school, I've read a lot of science fiction. I was I had an engineering background. Physics, chemistry, calculus, and shit. And that's what I went to college for. And wrote, not bad. I'm not Albert Einstein. But I can follow some of the concepts. The subatomic particles, the quarks, and the strange, and the right and left, and the up and down, all that kind of bullshit. Yeah, sometimes it takes me a while to wrap my head around certain things. But, I can usually grasp the big concept. And even Stephen Hawking and most top physicists today think that we do live in a multiverse. And, I started thinking about it, back when I was kind of alone and I was, hurting and stuff, and I have these dreams sometimes. Um, in my dreams, there were different places I was, or planets, countries. I'd be sitting there, and I mean, I'm on my third or fourth tour of combat duty in Europe, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, it's so fucking real. The uniforms, everything, talking to my friends, and I'm like, wait a minute, man, I haven't been on fucking three or four tours over here, and I'm like, fucking, I am, and different things were occurring, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, I'm freaking out. And whether I'm swimming or running or climbing or fighting or whatever, I don't hurt at all. And I'm like, wow, am I visiting one of my parallel selves in another universe? And all this felt so good. And I was smiling, and even on the prison planet, which was pretty fucking hardcore, but I guess, pretty much a kingpin, and I was facing all kinds of death, and I wasn't scared, and I was having fun, and I was like, holy shit, man, same age and everything, and I didn't hurt. I always worried that those guys had to come over here to my reality. I said, like, dream, would they, would they worry? Would they freak out that every move, every time they tried to stand up, they were in pain and shit. And I wondered if maybe they could help me. I always wanted to let them know that that was all right. You deal with it. And it's not to worry about me. I mean, if I could freak me out if I was to go somewhere and be like, oh my god, I can't fucking walk. And I always want to, like, kind of try to reassure him that, hey man, I'll try to get better. I'm just hurts now, and I hope that someday I get better. Damn, never hurt. And I met this one girl. I was holding her. She had blonde hair, and the girl that I know had red hair, and it's like, and I told her, I said, if you ever bleach your hair blonde, you look great. I said, you don't have to. I said, it's kind of cool. Damn, I ain't seen her. What the fuck was that here? Is that a bad connection? No, that ain't a bad connection. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Let's take a look. I'm seeing something here. God damn it, is that loose wire? Can't be. It can't be. Where's my glasses? God damn it, I need my glasses. Why is my phone out in the open? It's like a T-62 tank in there. Oh, great. That's just what I fucking need. Fucking bullshit thing. Somebody blowing smoke at my ass. Shit, I'm gonna take a shower, but god damn, as soon as I do, some asshole's gonna come over here. Piss me off. Watch this. Motherfucker. That is one badass motherfucking rocket. All right, this guy's name here. His name is
fucking hold back in.
motherfucker. I've been killing aliens, man.
Huh?
Hey, show your fucking fancy ass helmet on here. Did that thing go up? The face? No. Oh, he don't got the fancy one on. I'm trying to get. I'm on live YouTube. I'm shutting it down. We're shutting it down now. So I will be back sometime. It's the Easter show. Fuck you all, and I'll see you guys. Man, I don't mean that. You know that. See you.